Like that, once again, it's on. And just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, world? This is the World Renowned Ridin Durty Show. I'm your host, Vic XL, and it is Friday, September the 29th. What's up, man? How y'all doing? I got my grandson, Aiden, right here. Just say, hey, Aiden. What's up? Alright, so it's the Ridin Durty Show, and y'all know what we do right here. We bring you what's next, but we bring it to you right now. We got beats, rhymes, hip-hop, and everyday talk. That's right, man. If it's going on in our world, in our country, in our society, we doing the damn thing, talking to you about it. What up, old Jones, man? Ain't heard from you in a while. What's happening? Alright, so, as you know, each and every episode is brought to you by the good people over at Dr. Juice Cleanse. That's right. Dr. Juice Cleanse is a all-natural cleanser. An all-natural cleanser. An all-natural cleanser that does your body good. And what it does for your body is it provides stress relief. It helps slow down the aging process. It removes mucus and all kind of toxins from your body. It can help provide a pH balance for you, a healthy pH balance. And you know what? If I give you one more it and what it does, then you won't go to drjuicecleanse.com and find out for yourself. So not only listen to Vic XL, be a drinker of Dr. Juice Cleanse, and you know, like I like to say, get that oil change for your body and do the daggone thing. Alright? Alright. Now, with that being said, celebrity birthdays. Let's see what's going on in birthdays. First and foremost, I want to say happy birthday to OG legendary legendary West Coast rapper, AMG. If y'all not sure or don't remember AMG had the record, Bitch Better Have My Money. Oh, bitch better have my money. One time for AMG, he turns 47 years old today. Also, gotta say happy birthday to NBA champion Kevin Durant. He turns 29 years old today. Hopefully, you know, you get some beeswax, something put on them peas up in his head. I also want to say happy birthday to football player Calvin Johnson. He turns 32 years old today. Happy birthday to JoJo Simmons, the oldest child of Run DMC. He turns 28 years old today. Let's see who else we got in these celebrity birthdays and hip-hop birthdays. Happy birthday to Devontae Swing of the legendary R&B group Jodeci. He turns 48 years old today. And let's see. Happy birthday to former Ohio State football player Cardale Jones. He turns 25 years old today. And let me click over to Facebook and see about my celebrity friends over on Facebook. See who we got having a birthday, who we got celebrating the birthday. What up with my man Sharge? I got to see him on the check-in. What's going on, player? Hope you done got you some rest, getting ready for that night shift. All right, let's see. Facebook. Who got birthdays in Facebook? Which one of my Facebook friends got birthdays? Because you know we're all family and friends. And let's see who we got. Because I seen somebody with a birthday. Also, while I'm looking for my Facebook friend birthdays, hey man, there is a challenge. You know, we always got these different type of challenges. We got, now they had the side dick challenge or the get that dick challenge. Then they got the good PUSSY challenge. But you know what? I seen my man Reese over at 107.9, he got the Good Daddy Bars Challenge. So if you're out there and you are a good father, now is the time for you to drop your bars about being a good daddy. So I want to see some people participating in the Good Daddy Bars Challenge. Alright? I definitely want to see that. Alright, my Facebook family and friends birthdays. First, I want to say happy birthday to my man Jermaine, aka Jay Bizzle. If you're part of the underground hip-hop community in my hometown of Griffin, Georgia, then you know my man Jay Bizzle. He done this thing for a minute, and happy birthday to him. And my man Aiden is really looking to be crazy. Also, I want to say happy birthday to one of the members of the television show I used to be on, the Our Nation show, the Our Nation crew. Happy birthday to my homegirl, Angie Griffin. She's definitely out there, part of the hip-hop community, doing her thing. And hey, you know, you can't touch that mic, boy, unless you're going to talk to these good people. I want to say happy birthday to her, Miss Angie Griffin. She's definitely been holding down and representing hip-hop for a while. Okay, now, we got a lot of things going on in the hip-hop community. I posed a question a couple of days ago, and I'm going to probably do a show about it. Because now it seems like hip-hop music has gotten bigger than hip-hop. Now it's not about whether you make good music. Now it's as much good music as it is popularity. So we're going to do a show about good hip-hop music as opposed to signing artists who are popular. But we ain't going to do that right now because I have a dope guest, a friend of mine, a person who's been on the Ridin Durty show on WRFG several times. He got an event going on, but I also want him to be part of what I got going on here. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with no further ado, on the line right now, I have, and I'm going to say legendary poet, entrepreneur, author, artist, my man Jason Frisby, a.k.a. JFris. What's going on, sir?
I can't believe you used the word legendary. Yeah, that's good stuff. I definitely appreciate it, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. And to me, you are legendary. Like, anytime I've ever heard...
Oh, man.
when I've heard you and that poetry you do, it always inspired me. And guess what? I wear your shirt weekly. I have my Jason Frisby shirt on right now.
Wow. Yeah, that's such big time right there, man. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I gotta stop smiling so hard so I can actually talk right now.
So you know what? That's because a lot of people who rock with the Ridin Durty show over on WRFG still check out the podcast and what I'm doing now from the lab. But I have also some new friends and fans who watch the show. So we're gonna start from the beginning and introduce the world again to Mr. Jason Frisby. So let's start by telling the people where my man JFris is from.
All right, so I'm just making sure my sound is good and everything. You can hear me all right. But yeah, my name is Jason Frisby. JFris is what they call me, and I'm originally from Willingboro, New Jersey. That's South Jersey, about 20 minutes away from Philly. Every performance I do, I got some kind of hat on, so usually it's like Philadelphia, Phillies, or something like that. So people think I'm from Philly, but South Jersey is about 20 minutes away, right over the bridge. So then I've been down in Atlanta for like 4 years since then.
All right, so the hat, it's funny because I don't have one today, but the hat is kind of my trademark too. What made the hat become one of your trademarks? And how many hats do you actually own? Because I think I own probably 150 baseball caps.
Man, you're killing me. I got like 35. You're killing me right now. I ain't nowhere near that. But
I gotta tell you, Jason, you're definitely one of the best dressed poets because you coordinate. I remember when I seen you in that yellow and black looking like a Pittsburgh Steeler and you was coordinating to the team.
That's what I do. You know, you gotta do some things to stand out because there's a million great poets. Not that I'm putting myself in that, but there's a million great poets. You gotta do something that's yours, you know what I'm saying? So trying to be the best dressed or most coordinated or whatever it is, then that's just something else people remember me by. So it's just something else to do.
All right, so when did Jason get into poetry or spoken word? Because I know poetry is one thing and spoken word is another. I always looked at it like poetry is spoken word in the closet. Poetry is for the people who are scared to get up on that stage and do that thing. So at what point did you start writing your poetry and when did you jump into the spoken word game?
I'm so happy you said there's a difference. Now, see, like, there's 3 different answers on that because really I was 5 years old when I wrote my first poem. But then 2003, I think it was 2003, somewhere around there, my brother got me to start writing. But then when you want to say I started taking it seriously, that was about 2012. So let's just go with August of 2012 is when I started writing my first book.
All right, so August of 2012. What made you what made you decide at that point to do it?
Because my man Teddy lived down the street from me, and he came over, he showed me his book, and I'm like, he got like this professional looking book. This guy's wearing a suit and tie with the vest underneath the suit jacket on the cover of the book, and I'm like, this dude is really doing it. So he's from Willingboro just like me. I played street football with him and all that. So I'm like, you know what? it's possible. I'm finally going to do it. Now I'm like, all right, by my birthday in April, I'm going to have this done, and I had it done by that point. So because somebody else from my neighborhood had it done, that told me that, you know, this isn't that big of a thing. Or I should say, it is something that's possible, I should say.
All right. So, you know, a lot of times, a lot of people, especially guys, we use poetry to get the girls. You know, roses are red, violets are blue. Your mama is fine, and so are you. Did you ever at any given?
Oh my goodness.
Did you ever at any given time use poetry to get the ladies?
Man, I wish I wrote that poem that you just came up with. That'd have been all right.
Hold on.
I might have advanced a little faster.
Hold on. Let me spit it to you one more time, because you know, a lot of people be want to get my lingo. Roses are red.
All right, I'm recording.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Your mama and sister are fine, and so are you.
Oh, that's the remix right there. Oh, that's hot. All right, but no, I never did that. I do write love poems every once in a while. I know the cool thing to say is I don't write love poems, but if I ever did, this is how it would sound. Well, I'm like that one poet that, yeah, I do write love poems every once in a while. They aren't as soft as yours. They aren't as I need love from LL as yours, but I do write love poems every once in a while. But it was never with the intent, you know, I need a girl like Puff Daddy, and I need to try to convince one or fool one into my room, and then I never did it for that reason. It's already after, you know what I'm saying, after I know somebody, then I come back and tell them.
Okay. What was that first time hitting the stage? What was that first stage performance like for you?
Man, at least I've performed up in the Jersey, Philly area. I've done performances up there, but the first one from down here, at least, was August 1st of 2013, and I did that at Urban Grind on Thursday night when Infrared was hosting, and I got up there and I completely bombed. So I got up there, I did this poem that I had it memorized for years. I got up there, I did the first verse, I couldn't remember how the second verse started, so I had to go to the third verse. And then I still couldn't remember how the second verse started. So I stood there for like a minute just trying to think of what it was. And it was probably the worst start that you could have to a career. You know what I'm saying? So actually, look, I'm pretty fond of that moment now that I look back on it.
It's funny you say it's probably the worst start you can have to a career. But you know what? The dope part about it shows perseverance, because you took that negative experience and now, like, especially in the city of Atlanta, you're probably one of the most sought out poets on the independent scene. So what was your driving point to make you say, you know what, I'm going to take this bad experience, but I'm going to perfect this thing?
Well, the number one was I had already talked to Lady V the poet, and I had already sent her messages and did all this trying to get her on her show. So I couldn't just stop after this terrible performance. But beyond that, so her show was a motivating factor, but beyond that, I told myself, like, yo, if you're gonna suck, you're gonna be terrible over time. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be this one and I quit. I'm not going out like that. So I went to Java Monkey that Sunday, and then I did the same thing, but it was perfect this time around. So I told myself I'm not gonna just be a complete failure like that. So I had to do it again just to see what happens, and it turned out perfectly.
All right. Also, from a market, not only have you mastered the art of spoken word poetry, but you're also a very masterful. You're a masterful marketer, because when I met you, you had the book, you had the T-shirts, you had the frisbees. Like, what made you say, you know what? Not only am I going to leave this impression on people when I hit this stage, but I'm going to give them something to take home. Because a lot of times, especially in Atlanta, there are so many talented people in our city that you might see them perform or do what they do, and 10 minutes later you're in your car and you remember it. 20 minutes later you completely forgot it because you don't have anything to remember them by physical. So how did you know, like, you know what? Not only am I JFris, but I'm going to be a damn brand.
You know, that you've already answered it, man, because I thought of it where people may not remember me. But I have to give the credit to Mr. Fun. He hosts at Urban Grind every third Thursday. But I've had this name Frisbee for like 30 years, and I never thought about actually having Frisbees. And within a couple seconds, I asked him, how can I get better? What can I possibly do? Why don't you throw Frisbees from the stage? And like just like that, my whole mind shifted. I'm like, that's what I need to be doing. I need to have all these different things going on that everyone's going to remember. Because like I said earlier, there's a million good poets, you know, but when I toss a Frisbee from the stage, when I wear these shiny gold shoes or something like that, people remember those things. People come back to those things.
I'm going to be very honest. You know, I've done a live poetry show I've done it the past 2 years, a live poetry show during Poetry Month. And you're definitely, out of all the poets I've seen and dibbling dabbling in the poetry business as far as getting exposure to poets, you are the one most memorable poet I know. Number one, your personality is awesome.
Are you kidding me?
You're like a little brother to me. Number two, it's that branding. Like, I will always remember JFris because you have masterfully branded yourself. Now, I have a question coming from the Facebook.
Oh my goodness.
I have a question coming from Facebook Live. And it's from my man Shardrick. And he says, what made you gravitate towards poetry as opposed to being a rapper or a songwriter?
Number one, I couldn't convince anyone to do my material for me, so that's why I'm not a songwriter. Even though that was my number one goal, was to be a songwriter, but it hasn't worked out just yet. I'm going to see if somebody else is willing to do it for me. But as far as being a rapper, I really don't have, I guess I could say I don't have the personality. I certainly don't have the natural flow to do it. Like, I can do poetry where you can kind of do it however you feel, but trying to be a rapper, though, that like actually takes work. I'm a natural poet. I would have to practice to be a rapper, so it just doesn't come naturally to me. Like on my first album that I recorded, there is rap on there, and I think it sounds alright. People told me it sounds good, but it's not something that I just do. I don't go around calling myself a rapper, even though I'm alright at doing it, but it takes a lot of work though. That's just not me. I'm not gifted that way.
All right. But do you consider spoken word poetry a form of hip hop?
It certainly can be. It certainly can be. As long as it's real and, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to teach somebody something, like it doesn't have to be straight history book type lessons, but as long as you're telling people, you know, your real feelings, your real life, then that's what hip-hop was supposed to be. So then, yes, I do believe it is. But when you just come in like with some nonsense, just talking about anything because you think that's going to get some oohs out of the crowd, then no, I don't think that is. But it certainly can be if you're doing it in a real and genuine type way.
All right, now, got something else coming from Facebook Live. Shouts out to my man O. Jones. My man O. Jones say, but hey, man, if you catch a groove and get that bongo going, boo, 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 hey, your flow can go on.
I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Rhythm and poetry and all that, you know, that is rap. So, you know, it certainly can be put over the beat, and I try to do it every once in a while. But like I said, that's not necessarily who I am. I can't freestyle for nothing. So there's a lot of things that eliminate me from being a rapper, but I can spit poetry on beat. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I can be, but it's just not natural though.
Well, I'm going to tell you, hey, you could have been a dope 90 rapper because of them shiny ass shoes that you wear. You could have definitely been with Mason Puffy.
Yes, man, definitely. And people tell me I flow like LL, you know, from the 80s, that is. So I could be an 80s rapper though. I can do that. I can't do today. I can't do today, but I can do the 80s though.
Hey, so look, because we only got 10 more minutes, and I know, man, I can talk to you for 10 hours. Not only are you a poet, not only do you market yourself well, but tell the people, you're a regular Renaissance man. Tell the people some of the other things you do, how many projects you release, and let us know about this event you got going on the 30th.
I appreciate you asking about it then. My first book was called My Heart Thru My Hands. My second book was Awakening the Dream. And now this third book is titled 100 because May of last year, my brother passed away and he had this heart disease. If you remember the old basketball players, Hank Gathers or Reggie Lewis of the Boston Celtics, they collapsed while they was on the court because they had like an extra muscle around their heart pretty much, and that's what my brother died from. So I wanted to take this book. He's the one who got me to be a poet in the first place. So I took this third book that I wrote and I named it after him because his nickname was 100 because he was true and genuine with everything he said and did. So that's why my book is named 100. And like I said, he died from this heart disease, and he was the biggest Wu-Tang fan there is. And their first album was called 36 Chambers. So thus, there's 36 poems in this book. And if you know the functions of the heart, there's 4 different chambers of the heart. So there's 4 chambers in my book, or 4 chapters. And then, I break down, throughout the book, I break down the different functions of the heart, like what each valve does, the left and right ventricle and the atrium and all those. So I break down those functions. And then the poems match those functions. Like one section of the heart deals with, getting oxygen to the blood. It's what starts giving you life. Well, then that's the intro of the poems that I got. The last section of the heart is where the blood goes out to the body, and that's what, really gets you going and gets your life going. So the last section of my book is like the most positive messages that you can take with you and spread to everybody else. So I kind of did it like that. So that's the third book, 100. I also recorded my first album titled The Unseen Picture because I don't believe in being like everybody else. And my life motto is, if it's going to be like everybody else, then what's the point of me? You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's called The Unseen Picture, because it may be the same topics that you've heard, but it's guaranteed to be coming at you from a different angle. And that's the first CD that I put out there. And then this event that I have going on, this is called Artistic Fusion. It is happening tomorrow night. And the first lesson I learned when I got to Atlanta was that Atlanta is a very segregated area. Like, a lot of people only go to this show because it's free, or they only go to this show because they saw it online. They only go to this show because people say that's where you should go. Whatever it is, people only, you got to be in a clique to be accepted. So I wanted to create the first show that is dedicated to bringing all these different crowds together. So I have people representing all different crowds, and I'm bringing them all together. That's why it's named Fusion. And that's going on tomorrow night. I'm going to be DJing. We're going to be debuting my new video, Praise the DJs. It's the first time anybody's going to see it. But then I have incredible people. I took all people that are better than me. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do the shows. And the host is going to be Felicity Love with her Love Movement. We're going to have the features, the nationally known Moses West. Moses West has been a battle rapper. If you know the battle rap scene, people like JC from Michigan, Daylight from California. He's battled all these people. He won some of them, maybe not, but he's battled all these people all over the country. But nah, he is the greatest though, man. You can't touch that guy. Mo West is incredible. He's coming out of Jacksonville, Florida. Also, the nationally known saxophonist Trey Daniels. He's done the national anthem for the NFL, for the NBA, Major League Baseball. He's been everywhere. He's done stuff with Jill Scott. He's done so many big things, and those are going to be my 2 features. And then also we're going to have the incredible poet Kendall Turner from Oklahoma. We're going to have Derek Sandiford from Black on Black Rhyme. We're going to have Jonathan Samuel Eddy. He does like comedy and slam poetry. And then we're also going to have the singers Jason Pure, who was on my album. He's incredible. And then the supergroup Barry's Bridge. They're a singer and guitarist. I'm also going to have giveaways. I do entrance videos for my people. So many things that you've never seen before. That's what I'm all about. I don't want to give you something that you've already seen. So Artistic Fusion is tomorrow night, Saturday night, Saturday, September 30th, in case you're not hearing this right away. Artistic Fusion. And the website is www.artisticfusion2017.eventbrite.com. artisticfusion2017.eventbrite.com. Come for the giveaways, come for the visuals, come for the talent, come for me DJing, which is like the least, whatever. But you definitely have to be there. It's once in a lifetime. You got to be there.
All right, I got to ask, because you did not say where is that. I missed it. Where is Artistic Fusion at, and what time does it start?
That will be 7 p.m. at Mark Square Studio in Tucker, Georgia. Tucker, Georgia, 1804 Montreal Court on Mark Square Studio. And at 7 p.m. to 9:30, and this is a black show that's actually starting on time. I'm sorry to tell a lot of people, but I might give you till about 7:03, but we do try to start on time.
So basically, no CPT. Be your ass there on time. Is there a dress code, or can I come through with my Jason Frisby guns out muscle shirt on?
Hey, that's what I prefer. You know what I'm saying? One of my shirts, that's the best way to go. If you got one of these other artist shirts, that's the way to do it. But you can come with whatever you like, though, man. This, you know what I'm saying? This can't be a show where I'm talking about, I want to bring everybody together, except for you who's dressed like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's for everybody, man. Everybody.
All right, man. Hey, it sounds like a very, very exciting show. So will the video be debuting tomorrow, or can people check it out now?
No, it's going to be debuting tomorrow, and then I'll spread it around after that. But tomorrow is going to be the grand debut of it. I can't wait for it. It's the first time I've actually done a video rather than somebody recording me on the phone or something like that, or the DVD that I had before. But this is the first time I asked somebody to make me a video.
All right. So look, I got one of my partners who listens to the show very regularly, and he's checking it out now. He just hit me.
Yo, I appreciate it.
And he wanted to know, because he was incarcerated for a while, and he wanted to know, can he wear like his jail jumpsuit in?
I was about to say something about how. Okay. Hopefully you've changed by this point, but. You know what I'm saying? If that's all you got, you know what I'm saying, I'll bring you one of my shirts. I'm going to have shirts to give away, so I got you covered on that. You just tell me large, extra large, whatever. I got you covered. I don't want you to have to go around like that. But I've been in there.
90 seconds.
I don't want to keep somebody like that.
All right, so look, before I go, because, okay, he now knows that he can't wear his jail jumpsuit, but he want to know, can he wear them little orange, brownish little sandals then? At least, can he wear his jail sandals with his slacks?
Yeah, I'm sure other people are going to do that too, actually. So, yeah, why not? It's still 90 degrees out here for whatever reason in September, so why not?
All right, so Jason, look, tomorrow night is going down, Artistic Fusion. This thing sounds like, it sounds like a carnival, man. You got all kind of, like Barry's Bridge. Look, I'm here to tell everybody right now, if you have never heard Barry's Bridge, tomorrow night, go check out Barry's Bridge. They are dope as hell. Barry's Bridge is dope, and my partner Doug Barry is from my hometown of Griffin, Georgia. But Barry's Bridge is dope. My man JFris DJing. I didn't know you DJ. Like, you DJ JFris drama or what?
DJ Frisbees.
Oh, DJ Frisbees.
DJ Frisbees.
So look, are you gonna be throwing frisbees from behind the turntable?
Yes, I am. How'd you know? I got to, man. I got to.
All right, so again, good people, it's going down tomorrow. Artistic Fusion, the 30th, from 7 to 9.
10 seconds.
No CPT, no color people time. Get your ass there on time. And then you can get home at a reasonable time.
Late, you miss it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, before we go, I got this joint. You're going to be debuting the video tomorrow, but we're finna play this joint today. Can you please introduce this for us and let the people know how to find you all over the web?
All right, I'm on Facebook. You can go to JFris Changes. That's the letter J. Frizz is F-R-I-S, and then the word changes, because I try to change the way a lot of things are done in poetry. Sometimes I change clothes on stage. So it's facebook.com/JFris Changes. On Instagram, it's TheFrizz6. So THEFRIS, the number 6. And then Jason Frisby, and Frisby is spelled F-R-I-S-B-Y, not E-E, F-R-I-S-B-Y. So I'm like the only black Jason Frisby on Facebook. So most certainly you can find me. Now, as far as this track, this is called Praise the DJs, because I've always wanted to be a DJ, and I have so much respect for the real star of what hip hop was originally started out being, from Kool Herc and all those guys. And Jazzy Jeff, I think the greatest DJ. And I respect people like you so much. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate what you do, man. And if it wasn't for you, how would anybody hear us? You know what I'm saying? So it's certainly giving much appreciation to you. I'm sorry I didn't mention you in the poem, but I want to say it here and now, though. I definitely respect you and everyone that is a DJ and do these kind of shows.
Jason, I definitely appreciate your admiration and your respect, and you know it's a two-way street. I love what you do. You are a super entrepreneur. You're going to be around for years. So, with that being said, I'm going to do my best to get my wife dressed up and come see you tomorrow. And this interview can be heard over and over again, even after tomorrow. And good luck on your event. And I definitely want to get with you because I want to get a new T-shirt and get the project.
Oh, definitely, man. I hope to see you there tomorrow. I'm going to have it all for you.
All right.
I got you on VIP.
All right. Appreciate it, Jason.
Yeah, all right.
Check this out. We've come to the last and final record. For the most part, the attention goes to those who take center stage. I tend to drift back to a time when people thought rap was gonna be just a passive phase. Because the place to where hip-hop has evolved no longer resembles the original ways. A big part of why the rap of today can't possibly compare to the days of the golden age is because of the fading away of the one who created it all, the original star, the master of the turntable known as the DJ. It started out in the boogie down Bronx, there on Central Avenue. Before the beats, before the fights, even before battles of the breakdance crews. Battles were won by whichever DJ had the system that was allowed to pump up the volume. And the loser was the one whose sound got drowned in. Now laying down the groundwork was DJ Kool Herc, a name that's become unfamiliar with passing generations. Flash was the master who delivered the message about the situation we were facing. Red Alert and Mr. Magic is why rap got onto the station. Jam Master J helped run the
y'all make sure tomorrow Artistic Fusion,
Tucker, Georgia. Where the record has a transformation. Remember rap is down. The hard, you never thought that hip hop was taking this far. And the greatest ever pop you cut was a symphony thanks to Marley Marl. When it all started off, the MC's original purpose was to hype up the DJ and elevate him above the surface. The guy on the mic was just a voice, but the DJ was the focus. Now back in the day, once the MCs became the focal point and they took center stage, at some point in the show, you always can know that they would find the time to make a way to make sure that they would praise Jay.
One time for my man Jason Frisby, man. Y'all, again, make sure y'all check him out tomorrow night at Artistic Fusion in Tucker, Georgia. If you want to know more information about it, just Google Artistic Fusion and the Eventbrite page will come up. Get you some tickets, and hopefully I'll see you guys there. One time for my man O. Jones on the check-in. One time for my man Shardrick Greer Coggins on the check-in. Now, I love that dude, man. That's my little partner there. When I ain't knocking him out, I'm definitely bigging up, and you know, that's a real good dude. So one time for O. Jones, one time for Shardrick Coggins, one time for everybody who checked in on the show, man. I love you guys. Y'all could be doing anything else at 3 o'clock in the day, but instead y'all are watching me, and I appreciate that. One time for everybody who checks out all the streaming sites, whether it's on Mixcloud, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Blogtalk Radio, or even if you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Y'all, please keep supporting the show. I love you guys from now to eternity. Your boy Vic XL, I'm about to go chase this check, and I'm gone.